Hey, what's up, fellas? How you doing? Man, Antonelli here.
Hey, what's going on, guys? How we doing? Man, Antonelli here. Now, this is a weird one that I just came across. Brett Gardner of the New York Yankees wants to keep an obsessed fan away from him and his family, and the Yankees are trying to get her banned from every major league park in the league. So he's asking a judge right now to do this. Let's get into the details of it, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an insight on if this has ever happened to me and some of the things that I've dealt with. And I am nowhere close to as popular as Brett Gardner, especially being on the Yankees, but being a guy that is, been in the league for a really long time. I've had some interesting things on a much smaller scale, but I just want to give you a little bit of insight into that, okay? So first thing, Brett Gardner's lawyer went to Bronx Civil Court Thursday for an order of protection against this woman, 46 years old, who says that she's Gardner's, quote, future wife, and that he sends her sexual signals from the field. You can't make this stuff up. Security guards have been given this woman's photo and have been given orders to not let her in the gates or anywhere near Gardner. And I wouldn't want this woman near me either if I were him. So she has already attempted to sneak into the visitors' clubhouse at Camden Yards in Baltimore to try to see Gardner. And she's also suing the Yankees and Gardner after the team kicked her out of Yankee Stadium when she tried to attend a playoff game in October. So let's look at when this all started. In 2015, October of 2015, she sent an email to then manager of the Yankees, Joe Girardi, to inform him of her interest in Gardner. And she said, quote, I was fascinated by him. She also sent Gardner a love letter, which was very nice of her. I don't think Brett's wife appreciated that love letter. But regardless, she doesn't really care that Brett's married because he's in love with her, apparently. So here's a great quote from her that is included in the lawsuit. She says, I request the court to grant me access to the stadium in accordance with MLB fan policy and also in accordance with being the significant other of MLB player Brett Gardner. I can't even talk. This is funny. I am a Yankees fan and also the future wife of Brett Gardner. Does he know that? I don't know. She goes on. When he plays, he signals. They have their own signals, first of all, for pitch type and all that. And then there's another thing called romantically and sexually signaling toward me. That is how our relationship has progressed because he has started sexually signaling toward me. Cuckoo. I'm sorry. Here's a couple of other things detailed in the lawsuit of ways that Gardner has hinted that he has interest in her. This is according to her, okay? Number one, there's video of Gardner in the dugout motioning with his hips on the stairs as though he is having sexual intercourse with me. What is going on here? She says Gardner makes a sad face during home games when she does not attend. How the hell does he know this? How does he know that she's not there? I don't know. She adds that Gardner was once ejected from a game by an umpire who likely received signals from her social media that she was angry with the outfielder. Makes total sense that the umpire would do that. And then after 3 years of romancing online, she said she started attending games because I see that Brett desires this. As my cousin Mikey says, she's nuttier than squirrel poop. There's no way around it. Now, let me give you a couple of my experiences. Nothing close to this. Nothing anywhere close to this. But I've had a couple of so I was on Twitter back when I was in the major leagues. And you get some weird requests from people that Laura did not like. Laura was not a fan of these people. She'd always tell me, get rid of your Twitter. Who are you talking to on there? Let me check your DMs, right? She's going to get mad that I said that. It wasn't like she was crazy about looking at it, but she saw some of these. I would show her. I'd be like, oh, look at, what the hell? Look at this message I got from this person. So there is that. Now, probably the biggest one that was kind of like this was even before I made it to the big leagues. I'll tell it to you quickly, and if this person is watching out there, well, I highly doubt this person is watching out there. Well, maybe, I don't know. So when I was in the Cape Cod League, I worked at a grocery store, and there was a young lady that also worked there, bagging groceries with me, and I don't know, she seemed to maybe like me a little bit, and so she would always ask me for rides home, and I just didn't give her any rides home. I just said, sorry, I got to go to baseball. I was going to baseball, doing all these things. Until one day, like, she really said she had no way to get home. So I was like, okay, fine. So I drove her home. I was a little nervous. And then she said, do you want to come in? And I was like, no. I've got baseball and I've got to get out of here. And so whatever. So I go to baseball. So then I'm playing and I realize she's at the game watching. Okay, so now she's watching the game. So afterwards she says, do you want to go out to eat? And I was like, I can't go out to eat. My parents were there. I was like, my parents are here, and I'm going out to eat with them. Okay, great, fine. So then my parents and I go to a restaurant, and when we get in there, guess who's in there? She's in there. And I'm like, wow, this is a little strange that she just happened to show up at the restaurant we're going to. So then she comes over and starts talking, and the next thing you know, my mom is inviting her to sit down and eat dinner with us, and so she sits and eats dinner with us, and my mother has no idea what's going on. I haven't told my mother any of this stuff, and so it just got really awkward. I also had a girlfriend at the time, and she was not happy about this. I told her this whole story. And so that was one example of kind of the weird things that can happen when it comes to people being fans of. I don't know if she was a fan because I played baseball, or she thought that I, was a great bagger at the grocery store. I don't know what it was, but that's what can happen, I guess. This is on a much different level. Anyways, okay, so. Good luck to Brett. In all seriousness, this can be kind of a scary issue. I think with a lot of high-profile, major league players or any sport or really any profession, sometimes you're going to get people that become infatuated with you. She clearly, probably helped if Brett stopped giving her all these signals that he's given her. But she's a super fan. She's a super fan, and they were meant to be together. She's his future wife. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of this. Hopefully the restraining order works and they can keep her away from the ballpark. That's all we got today. Just wanted to shoot this over to you guys because I read it and I was like, what the hell is this story? Thought it would make you guys laugh. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you to all our patrons out there for supporting the channel on Patreon. I really appreciate it. Hit the bell so you get the rest of our videos. Been pumping out a ton of them lately. So much exciting stuff going on in baseball right now. Nothing has to do with baseball, but it's still exciting nonetheless. It's like an episode of the Kardashians. And so we're going to keep pumping out videos. All right. Thanks so much, guys. We'll talk to you later.